Well, today's New Year's Eve of 2021 and we're in Lluchmajor so that we can have a little walk around the market. Let's have a look, see what they've got on offer today. Lluchmajor is one of our favourite Friday markets, and for me particularly this part, which is more of like a flea market, so you can buy lots of different second-hand things, some artisan type things as well. Music's rather loud here. Some records there for Adolfo. But it is New Year's Eve, it's the end of 2021 and a lot of people would say good riddance to 2021. It's been a strange old year following 2020, which was an awful year for most people. But we're all waiting really to see what's going to happen in 2022. The figures here for the COVID are still terrible in terms of huge numbers of people testing positive. At the moment here in Mallorca we're getting 2,000 every day, which is a huge number, and of the people who are going to be tested, a quarter of them are actually proving to be positives, which again is a huge number. Well, if you ever fancy a sword, that is a sword. It's huge. Don't think anyone would let me have that. Not sure what I'd do with it if I had it. As we drove here from Hanover, it was very foggy in Hanover and patchy fog all the way here. I would be surprised if planes were landing in the weather that we've had, or the fog that we've had. I'm sure it'll blow over. There's no fog here in Lluchmajor, it's just blue skies. But all the way here we were going through patches of really dense fog. But it's quite mild again. Not sure what the temperature is. I'll look out for a thermometer as we're walking through the village. It's quite early. It's only 10:15 in the morning, so it's still a little bit cool, but temperatures are predicted to go up into the high teens and possibly in some places might hit 20 or so. And we're having an incredibly mild end to the year and hopefully an equally mild and pleasant start to the new year. The sun's certainly shining here in Lluchmajor. Really old cameras here, some box brownie type cameras. Nice old tools.
Mas tá antes de sempre.
And we come to the cafe area, and then as we cross the road from here we come to the more normal sort of regular market stalls. But Lluchmajor does have a few animals as well. Not too many. Cross the road a little bit here, we can have a look to see what they've got. Pigeons, rabbits, chickens. Turkey, budgies.
Pues tengo de estos 8.
Little birds like this are very popular. People have them on their terraces. Now we sort of get the more regular market stalls that we're more familiar with elsewhere. Rows and rows and rows of different things here. I've quite seen such a long row at a market like this. Stall where you can buy all sorts of material, but in particular you can buy the typical Mallorquin design, now available in all sorts of colours. Oh, Anita's going to get a... she's after a lottery ticket. I don't know, Anita and her lottery tickets. More typical sorts of stalls in this part, and as we've seen in many of the other markets, you're always going to get some leather goods here. And as I say, I'm always impressed by the look of them. A busy day on a Friday in Lluchmajor, because it's market day, all the shops are open as well, so it is a particularly busy old day. We head up here, it's quite a long market through this street that leads us all the way up to the top, to the square, where you'll find the fruit and vegetables and all the cafes and bars around there, so we usually stop for a drink. Sometimes buy some fruit and vegetables.
No, no lo quiere. Muchísimas gracias. Si quiere, lo puedes decir.
Which will be pulling up the rear, looking at all of the shops. This is one of her favourite shops, actually. This is the one where they sell lots of the local produce. So we've got local chocolate and wines and nuts. And as you can probably see, just about everybody is wearing a mask today, because that's the rule. If you're on the street, you wear a mask, particularly if you're in close contact or likely to be in close contact with people. 1.5 meters is the distance. And there's lots more of the Mallorquin material. So it is New Year's Eve, but as we've got closer and closer to New Year's Eve, all of the parties that were planned, the big parties, big celebrations, have gradually been cancelled. So the local council in Palma, which usually has a really big New Year's Eve party in Plaza Court, well, that was cancelled weeks ago. We actually went into Palma last night and we went to Plaza Court, and interestingly the local television was there already, set up doing videos and filming. I'm guessing they're not going to be there this evening because there's nothing actually on, but the clock in Plaza Court is the one which is used in Mallorca, or in the Baleares, to signify the new year. So when it gets to midnight we get the chimes and people take the 12 grapes of luck. But there's nothing organised for Plaza Court, and I imagine that area is going to be sealed off to prevent any congregations of people. But the EB3, which is the local television company, were there yesterday, and they were filming everything really. They even put some fancy lights on the town hall, which I did make a video of, but I've not actually put it up on YouTube, so I'll have another look at it to see whether I should or not. And so that's one event that's been cancelled, and similar organised things by the ayuntamientos, the town halls throughout the island, have been cancelled. But then some of the private companies, so the clubs, the biggest one that I can mention would be BCM. They only opened last week for Christmas, which was a little bit of a surprise to me that they would open for Christmas, but they did. They opened to show off their new Titos, and the BCM, which has been closed for a couple of years at least. And yeah, people who went seemed to be really enjoying themselves, but unfortunately they, as you do now, you take a video of things, and those videos got posted on YouTube or social media somewhere, and the local government have seen them, and the people who own BCM have seen them, and that's caused a little bit of concern, because a lot of the people who are in BCM were apparently not wearing face masks as they should be, and the owners face potential fines leading to tens, even hundreds of thousands of euros if they're found guilty of infringement of the restrictions. So rather than being given one of these fines, the BCM have decided to cancel their New Year's Eve party. So after all the big plugging that they had, we were in Magaluf a few weeks ago, and they got the big advertising signs outside for the New Year's Eve party. Well, there isn't going to be one in BCM. And then the other really big one, and came as a little bit of a surprise to me, was I read this morning that Sonoma, which just had a very successful Christmas market, so successful that on one of the occasions we went, it was difficult to find parking spaces. It was so successful. Great show, great market, ice skating, everybody really good time there. And so they planned a New Year's Eve party as well for tonight, and I noticed that now has also been cancelled. So, well, it's actually, in their words, it's not cancelled, it's postponed. So they've invited a DJ in from the UK to help celebrate, and so not cancelled but postponed. So we'll find out in the next few days, I suppose, what that actually means. How do you postpone New Year's Eve? I don't know. So we're getting up towards the square where the fruit and vegetable markets are now, and sometimes there are stalls here, not so many stalls at the moment. maybe a few less stalls than normal as we've walked up, but still, it's early and it's quite a busy market. And I carried on walking, and Anita is with our grandchildren, and she's making up the rear somewhere behind me. And sometimes the tourist information and the local councils have stalls here as well, so you can get a little bit of extra information about what's going on. And it's daylight, so we're not actually seeing the lights, but I think we can see that there are lights here. You can imagine that in the evening it's going to look really quite pretty with all the lights on. So we went into Palma yesterday and had another walk around the lights, and really pretty, and lots of people about. So I'm just going to have a look at the fruit and vegetables and find out where Anita is. So, olives. I love my olives. This is all cheese. We had some cheese last night. No, we didn't. We actually had leftovers last night. We were planning to have the cheese and sobrasadas and different sausages. Anita always likes the flowers, of course. And we were in Andratx, went to Andratx market, and she managed to find a very nice flower there that she bought, which similar to one of these actually. And then all the beautiful fruit and vegetables, and much of the fruit and vegetables around here will be local as well, locally grown, which is great. Certainly try to support local businesses. Cabbages there. So this is the main square. That's the town hall up there of Lluchmajor, and there is a church here which I've never been in. Every time I've been here it's been closed, so it's on my to-do list. Not that I'm religious, I just find them architecturally and artistically beautiful places to go to. So Lluchmajor church is really one on the list. We did actually in Palma go into one of the churches last night, and we were amongst the last to be allowed in.
Sí, están abajo. Pero no hay mucho.
Oh. Well, I hope you've enjoyed my little tour of the Lluchmajor market. I'm going to go now and search for Anita and the rest of the family, who I've left way behind. They could be actually anywhere down there. Again, thanks for watching, and give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye for now, and Happy New Year!